There's transfer news on Duran, Colwill, and Olise. Let's get into it. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video, and this is a transfer news update. It's been a little bit light in terms of transfer news, so that's why I haven't made a video, because I haven't found anything that's like concrete enough for me to put together like a proper video on it. And yeah, these transfer videos are a bit sporadic, but I am working on a keep sell loan that's going to have 4 parts, so keep your eyes out on for that, so this way there can be a little bit more of consistent content coming throughout the week. But in this video, I'm going to go through the news updates that we've received on Duran, on Olise, on Colwill, and there's also another one that is hot off the press from Pedro Lima. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first one is from Fabrizio Romano. He stated that Chelsea are looking to make a decision on Duran this week, and whether or not to go for him. He remains one of the top names on the list and on the priority list for Chelsea. They are trying to do a swap deal with Aston Villa, and as we know, swap deals can be incredibly complicated. And Conor Gallagher, while he is liked by Aston Villa, isn't the player in question for the swap deal. No, it's Ian Maatsen, who went on loan to Dortmund this season, had a brilliant loan spell with them, but Chelsea have set the asking price at £35 million. Dortmund do not want to pay that, so Chelsea are looking for other sellers. So it's possible that we could see a swap deal between Jhon Durán and Ian Maatsen, between Aston Villa and Chelsea. If we don't see the swap deal, Chelsea are also evaluating whether it makes sense to just buy Jhon Durán outright for £40 million, and that's another option that they're weighing. But whatever happens, they want to at least make a decision on the way moving forward this week. I think that this is definitely an interesting piece of news. I've already made a transfer update on Jhon Durán and what he would bring to Chelsea, but do we really want to sell Ian Maatsen? It does feel like it's a little bit too little too late, and Chelsea are looking to sell Maatsen. And I do think as well, if you have academy products, Trevor Chalobah, Conor Gallagher, and Ian Maatsen, and you're looking to sell at least one of the 3, out of those 3, you would probably sell Ian Maatsen, but it's just so hard, and I don't know how much this deal actually makes sense. It's rumored that Chelsea are also looking to buy a left back. I haven't seen anything yet if we're looking to sell Marco Correa or Ben Chilwell, but it just kind of seems a bit odd that we've sold Lewis Hall to Newcastle, and then we're putting Ian Maatsen on the market, but then we do want to buy another left back. The only thing that I can kind of think of is maybe Ian Maatsen just wants more playing time. He wants to be starting week in, week out, and he's not going to necessarily get that at Chelsea because he has those 2 players in front of him at that point. There's nothing that you can really do, and I totally respect the decision. But it is something that I'm questioning of, is there anything else that Chelsea can do? Why are we selling Ian Maatsen, who's a super talented player, when we are looking to buy, allegedly, a left back? So one to keep your eye out on. The second piece of news is from the Daily Mail. At least that's the source that I saw. I haven't seen this piece of news come out from what I consider like the god tier of journalists: Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, Nisar Kinsella, Matt Law. Like, those are the 4 that if I see something from them, I'm like, okay, it's 1000% legit. Haven't seen it from them, so take this with a grain of salt. But it's been alleged that Levi Colwill is open to move to Bayern Munich, and they're interested in signing the center back, but I honestly don't think that this is going to happen. Chelsea have come out and said that they're very happy with Levi Colwill. He still has 5 years left on his contract. He just signed a new contract as well. So I really don't think that this is one that's looking any likely at all. And at the moment, there's no formal proposal or anything like that. Chelsea are happy with him and don't see him leaving. And I do think that he's likely to be a starter this season as well. There's also a bit of an update on Michael Olise. As we know, Chelsea had contacted Crystal Palace last week to start talks with Michael Olise, and he's considered one of their top #1 targets as well. And it's seen as key, the first stage of this process, as getting personal terms with the player. He came close to signing for Chelsea last season, but he ended up signing a new 4-year deal with Crystal Palace instead. His new contract made him one of Crystal Palace's highest earners and also put a release clause in there in the range of what is believed to be about £60 million. So I want to put out a video that's a deep dive on Olise and where he could fit into Chelsea and what I see in him. So I'm definitely working on that as well. But he is a super talented player, and he could take Chelsea to the next level. He has 10 goals and 6 assists last season in the Premier League. But a really interesting fact is that even though he was injured for a large majority of last season and only had 19 appearances, Crystal Palace's win percentage jumped from 26% to 42% when he was playing for them. So that's definitely one to watch for the summer. I'm curious to see if we get him. There's obviously a lot of other clubs that are interested in him as well, but Chelsea are really pushing to agree personal terms and then get working on the next stage of the process, and it does seem like it's moving in positive directions from what I've seen, so time will tell if this transfer works out. And then this next news has literally just been released about an hour ago, I would say. So I got super lucky because normally I'm very unlucky and I record the video and then the transfer news gets released, but I got lucky that I get to include it in this video because I'm recording in the evening. So yay me. So Chelsea had agreed personal terms with Pedro Lima, who is a Brazilian prospect, and it seems that Wolves have just snuffed Chelsea and he's agreed to sign for them instead. So he was initially going to play for Strasbourg, Chelsea's like brother sister club, but now he's decided to go to Wolves. So Chelsea are no longer going to be signing him. Fresh off the press, he's a super highly rated right back, and it could have been a good move for Chelsea just to have some extra coverage in that right back position. Obviously he wouldn't have played with the first team this season, but for future planning. But that's not the case anymore, and it doesn't feel great to get snuffed, like, not gonna lie. His club released a statement that says Sport Club de Recife announces that it has signed a binding agreement to transfer the economic and federative rights of athlete Pedro Lima to Wolverhampton Wanderers from England. Chelsea had stepped up their efforts to sign him last week, but Wolves have beaten us to it, so very interesting one. That is your transfer news update for today. There's definitely a lot going on. A lot of the main focus is on the Euros. I'm not really doing Euros content because I have so much to do to get my channel to a somewhat reasonable place for when the season starts. So I might be doing some sort of short form content, but I'm not going to be doing any Euros content just so that I can have time to push out some Chelsea videos and then work on all the stuff that I need to do behind the scenes, and it just takes forever, and I actually don't even have that much time because the start of the season is right around the corner. But what do you think of this transfer news? Who do you want to sign? Which deals out of all of these do you want to see go through or be blocked? Let me know down in the comments. If you like my content, if you like my videos, please do consider dropping it a like, commenting, interacting. All of that helps other people to find my channel, and make sure to sub and turn on notifications as well. Like I said, I'm working on a keep, sell, loan series that's going to be a four-parter, and the goal would be to hopefully release a part every day unless some bigger news happens and I need to drop it and release something else. But hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great rest of your day, evening, whatever time you're watching this, and until next time, I'm out. Bye!